You know, people they open a marketing agency and say, "Oh, this is my start." No, man, this is an agency. Yeah. Have you watched Mad Men? They were doing that in the 60s, man. They were just using different
tools.
Different tools and different resources, but it's the same thing. That's not a startup. So first thing, how you separate what is a startup and what is not. And after my failure, coming back and realize our failure, we decided, okay, man, we have to have purpose. It was the first time that I was not doing business for money. We have to have purpose now. What's our main purpose? If we had money that we created with our company, we had skills, we're literally the best software developers for apps in South of Brazil. We couldn't move a step. Imagine, I don't know, Hamish and Will, that they have an idea. What they do? They go for a software house, and the software house, what the software house do? Oh, no, man, that's your idea. Oh, let's put this and this. Oh, that's great idea. Why? Because every time you want to do something bigger, more money for me. We're fucked. We say, okay, let's do our business like that. Then we had this software house that the basic idea is like that. We work in weeks. We sell you a week of our work, right? And we help you to create your MVP. So before you become our client, you pass through a mentorship that I used to give to the guys with my own examples. And then we had a golden rule. Like, if you need more than 4 weeks of our company to build your MVP, you're definitely wasting your money. You're building more than you need to. And we are not going to build for you. You have to find another guy who wants your money for that.
To waste your time and money.
Yeah. If you want to build something that we can do from 2 to 4 weeks, and you're going to do a decent MVP with that, and then you're going to put that in the hands of your customers, because then the guy come with the idea, in 2 months he's working. He can have real customers to take real data. Yes. It's not from your family and friends. One thing that I always tell George and you guys after I met, okay, because we did that and this was amazing and this and customers. And I remember when I met Tatum the first time, George, and she was doing something. What was you were doing like in the Jeep there? You're raising money for
charity.
The charity. And I say, oh, that was amazing. And I said, that was amazing, but I have one question for you. Is there someone here who is not your family and friends?
Crickets.
Like, is there someone who you never saw beside us? Like,
not really. There was only a couple.
So you cannot count that as like truly amazing, because, man, okay, it's cool. You have good relations, but it's not sustainable as an accomplishment.
You couldn't do it without them, or you haven't proven you could do it without the family and friends.
Exactly. So that's the point. So we put the project in the hand of the customers, and they start build. So what happened in that process? More than 60 startups. I was the product owner for more than 60 startups.
Shit.
In Brazil and in Silicon Valley as well. Man, a lot of frustration. No worries.
60. That's a lot. Like,
you know, one thing that I used to tell to my customers in the end, because a lot of guys, man, entrepreneurs, a lot of them, they come. It's natural. It's a natural process. I want an app like this. They came with the scope. Like, I want to do this. I said, look, man, calm down. We have to discover what's your leap of faith. As I told you about the Airbnb, I believe that people want this.
Yeah, what's your why?
Did I talk about apps, websites? Nothing. I just said, what do you want to prove? Let me build. That's yours. The leap of faith is yours. But let me be your product owner, your CTO. Why? Then I said to people, I truly believe that if you want to do now, I truly believe that you have the capacity to, in the future, be a way better than as a software project manager. However, I did that 60 times. You never did. So I used to tell to my friends, who here did a good one in your first time? Who did a good sex? The first time, you were a virgin, right? And then we went there and it was amazing.
I enjoyed it.
No, I'm not. No. That's not what I'm talking. That's not what I'm talking. It's a good answer. Everyone enjoy it. I enjoy it, right? But did she like it as much as you? What my point is, if you compare from you today, who do you believe that can do better for growth? Hamish today or the first time Hamish did it?
Oh, the first time Hamish. Sure. He was hungry for it.
Okay, man.
I get you though.
Yeah,
I get you.
Okay, you are an exception. You're amazing, but overall speaking, everyone is not good in the first time. Although you believe you are, no man, you are not. So what I used to tell people, look, let me help you. I become your project manager. So you did that for more than 60. We saw great things. I saw guys getting sold and become millionaires. And I saw guys like with a lot of money, with a lot of investment, guys who were CEOs in banks and they couldn't go one step ahead. So with that, you start to learn a lot. What does work, what does not work. And of course, not that you know everything, but you create a lot of patterns of how you do things. So
what kind of things you learn?
Well, for example, it's the curriculum of the guy doesn't matter.
What do you? Oh, as in what school they went to?
The guy could be, he was rich. He was CEO of the fucking, I don't know what. He made everything. He did MBA in Harvard and etc. It doesn't matter too much, because if the guy comes in with the ego very high, that becomes even harder.
Because they're not willing to learn.
Yeah, sorry, Karin. Pedro, I've always wanted to know, like, what's the difference with e-commerce and startups? Like, how could you see the difference?
E-commerce?
Yeah.
And e-commerce is just a store, but on the internet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Which one would you prefer?
Me?
Doing a startup or e-commerce?
A startup.
Okay.
Look, a startup is always harder. Always harder. Nothing is harder than do a startup, right?
Yeah.
Because it's too much uncertainty. But and e-commerce nowadays, it's a good way to make fast money.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing.
Yeah. I'm gonna do e-commerce this year. Is on my plan just to make some revenue. But it's not like my main business. I want to live doing that.
Yeah, it's not your calling.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's just something that you are proficient with.
So then in 2017, we started a new project that was crazy. And we almost changed the road with that. It was then I learned
Joyce?
The Joyce. Joyce was amazing.
So tell people listening about Joyce.
Okay, Joyce, JOYZ, 2017. Joyce was born in a single idea, right? I believe that 10 cents can save a life. That's it. Okay.
True.
We have that idea. What do you do now? So what was the problem? For example, take here in Australia, it's even easier. You take 10 cents here, right? Who cares about 10 fucking cents? No one cares. Everyone can spare 10 cents. And if you give to a homeless 10 cents, he get angry and throw the 10 cents in you, right? even he, 10 cents, he gives you 10 cents, right?
Yeah.
But stop to think, if a million people that would spare that 10 cents, understand that has a value and put that on a box, we're talking about $100,000 that can make surgeries to save the life of one child, two childs, three childs, etc. So the challenge was, okay, how can we change that human behavior? So we created an app, and we bring some experience from like Instagram for people to understand.
Yeah, heavy.
Yeah, but instead of a like, you give a choice, right? So we create this virtual coin that called Joyce, and it worth 10 cents. But we don't talk about cents. It's Joyce. You're giving a Joyce. So in the beginning, you say, okay, how do you do for that to work? How do you put people in here? So Juliana is here. She was the marketing strategist that time, and she did an amazing job. We didn't have much money. We have some investors, few money. Like when I say few, it feels like
When you say few money, just so
200,000 Australian dollars.
Okay, so
less. In the beginning, it was like 50,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah, okay.
And in the second round, you got more money, but to do a project of that size, it was hard. So what do you do? Because if you go to Google and Facebook and start to do ads, it's very expensive, and in the end, you don't get so many people. So we tried that, and okay, it's not getting the right people, because at the same time that we know that there are people that want that, we cannot attract like young guys that want to just, okay, I'm going to give just to me and we get $20 to have beer, right? That would be a problem for us. And then we decided, Juliana created this. It was like, we spent like a week on Facebook and Instagram looking for and finding people who had problems, like a mom one example in Brazil in 2014, we have the problem of Zika virus. Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was bad.
whoever got Zika virus, nothing for the mom, but the baby, they was born with the brain the size of a grape, and microcephaly they call, right? So we had a huge problem there in 2014, and everyone,
It never grew, or it grew a little bit.
No, the kids are still alive now, but now those moms have 6 years old, 7-year-old kids that it's hard. It's hard,
like
man.
vegetables.
It's hard for them. So that was 2017, and we saw a lot of, for example, like this, people that were on Instagram or Facebook asking for help with that.